So diary entry number 5 for the RSP. So I've rebuilt the cylinder head, got all the valves lapped back in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour some petrol into the chambers, see whether it's holding petrol, see whether those valves are seated better than they were, and then I'm going to clean the bores, the tops of the bores on the block, new head gasket, head back on, torque down, and let's see if we've got any more compression on that engine or not. Okay, right, so cylinder head, spark plugs put in, nipped up, so all's tight. So we'll now see whether we've got any more better position with the seal on the valve. So I'll just put some petrol in each one of these chambers. Right, we'll leave that a few minutes and see how it goes. Okay, so here we are 5 minutes later, and we've got petrol sitting across all 4 pots. There has been some seepage, as you can see, but it's consistent across all the 4 cylinders the same. So that is 5 minutes of sitting there with petrol in those chambers, and they've all got a similar level of reduction, but they're all still holding some fuel. So that would suggest that the seating arrangement now on each of those inlet and exhaust valves is way better than it was previously. So that's where we are. We'll now clean the bores on the block, get this head back on, and see where the compression goes. So this is cylinder 1. As you can see there, it looks quite marked, but when you run your finger there, there's no ridges or bumps. It's just kind of discoloured. So that's what I'm proposing to just get some wet and dry on, with a view to just polishing that up a little bit. I don't know whether that's right or not, but those lines there, there's nothing to the feel, but clearly, you know, that it's discoloured in the bore. So all I'm going to do is just going to clean up that on each of the 4, and then we'll put the head back on and see where we are. Okay, and that's the after shot with just a little rub with 1000 grade wet and dry paper. So it's just took that discoloration off, that's all it's done. Okay, so this is cylinder number 2, and again we've just got this discoloration on this top edge where the piston tops out. But again, as with the other bore, when you run your finger on that edge, there's hardly a discernible lip. So I think again it's just discoloration. So again, we'll just clean that up with some 1000 grit and move on to the next one. And this is the after view of cleaned up cylinder 2. Before shot of cylinder 3. And the after shot of cylinder number 3. Again, I'm not recommending this as a thing to do. All I'm doing is documenting what I've done. Okay, and last one, cylinder number 4. That's what it looks like now, and the after shot of cylinder 4. Okay, final shot with a cleaned up block. Right, let's get the head on. This is the head gasket that's going on. It's the one off Mini Spares, and it's the genuine Rover Performance head gasket. There's the details. So that's going on. So just to check you've got it the right way, it's marked up top face. And it only goes on the one way, the right way. Go. Little cylinder head back in situ. Right, let's get it torqued down. Okay, cylinder head on. The rocker pedestal posts are in, and now going back to the original order that we took the push rods out, we'll get the push rods oiled and back in place. So I'll just lightly put the rocker cover nuts on, making note to put the special washer in the correct place. I'll offer up all the cylinder head nuts, just finger tighten them and then torque them down. Okay, so we'll torque the cylinder head down 68 Newton meters and do it in the correct order. I'll just not take it up to full torque on the initial one, just nip everything up a little bit tighter. This one here with the extended stud for the coil just needs an extension socket to reach. Okay, I'll go over them again now, and this time we'll bring them up to full torque. Right, that's the head torqued up. Okay, I'll now just torque up the pedestal, the rocker pedestal. These ones are being done up to 32 Newton meters. on the 1/2 inch socket. So again, the inner two are fine on a normal socket. The outer two need an extension socket because of the longer stud for the rocker cover. Oh, nicely with that one. Okay, that's the rocker pedestal done. Okay, cylinder head on. Here's the acid test. Have we got compression? We'll find out. Okay, so compression tester. Into cylinder 1. Let's give it a crank. And the verdict is 130 psi. Okay, cylinder number 2, reset to 0. And we have 140 psi. So looking much better. Cylinder 3 is reading 150 psi. And finally cylinder 4 is 160 psi. So what does that tell me? The work on the cylinder head and the new head gasket has brought the compression from more or less 0 to a range of between 130 and 160 psi. I'll have to do some research to find out what is a normal psi on a normal average engine. Is that compression enough to have a functioning running engine? I don't know. So what's my next step? I think now I've got the old original carb off the Mini. I probably need to refurb the carb, put the carb back on, connect it up to an independent supply of fresh fuel, because no doubt the petrol tank needs removing and flushing through, cleaning up and checking. So I think that's it for this one. So great news, and hopefully I don't have to put a new engine in it. Hopefully I can resurrect this one. We've got compression back, so I'll leave it there for now. Next RE one will be the carb rebuild, and then hopefully after that connection of the carb to the engine, and see whether we can fire the engine up. That's all.